And in this video I'll show you how to extract DNA from a fruit. This is kind of an ASMR aesthetic thing, so I chose oranges because oranges are life and life has DNA. So let's just slowly slide the orange and cut that net out. And voila, a fresh orange from the market. Then let's slowly slide the blender cup in and let's start peeling the orange slowly and gently. And there, it's finished peeling. Now let's take it pulp by pulp. Into the blender it goes. And there, the first orange is complete. Now let's get a second orange. Now you want to do the steps again. Just slowly peel, not like what I did here. Excuse me for that kind of mess. And done. We've finally peeled and placed all the oranges into the blender cup. Now it's time to take 1/4 teaspoon of salt, add it to the oranges, and you might also want to get 1 cup of water, warm water, precisely. And now it's time to blend. Let's just make sure that fits perfectly, and bam, we're ready to go. Also a reminder, when blending your fruits, don't put it on the highest setting of the blender because it will break up the DNA. Okay? And now we've blended it for approximately 15 seconds. You might want to take a cup and a strainer so you can separate those giant orange pulps from the juice so you can clearly see the DNA later. Also, when straining, remember that patience is the key in this step. You might not want to rush this one because it might break up the DNA when you try to mix up the strainer, okay? And now we're through waiting, and now it's time to discard those giant orange pulps into another cup. At this point, you might want to grab a dishwashing liquid. It will help capture the lipids and will break down the cell membrane. After putting some detergent, you might want to slowly stir it. Stir it gently, like you're in a tea party, and let it sit for 10 minutes. Now that 10 minutes is done, let's grab this enzyme. I use pure pineapple juice. This will help break down the proteins. I just added like a small amount. Next up, you're gonna grab your super chilled alcohol fresh from the freezer. The most crucial part of this step is to add it gently. I mean gently, so that it won't break down the DNA. Also, alcohol helps in precipitating the DNA white strands so you can clearly see those precious DNA. And when you're through putting generous amounts of alcohol, you're gonna let that sit for about 5 to 8 minutes. Just give it 2 more, so 10 minutes, yeah. And here's a shot I did. After 10 minutes, you can clearly see those white strands that are precipitating. Uh, Nice shot, huh? At this point, you might want to spool the DNA with something tiny, so I use a match. Honestly, it was so hard because the orange DNA was too fragile and it could break easily, so just be careful with that. At this point, I tried using a fork to spool the orange DNA because there was big chunks of it, and I successfully managed to get it, some of it, in there. In the following shots, I wanted to show the DNA that was left in the cup because I didn't really want to break them up or destroy them. So yeah, here are the shots. There's so much DNA left inside those cups. And bam, you've successfully extracted DNA. The last step is to celebrate. Get some ice cubes in a cup. Mhm. And now get those extra pineapple juice and slowly pour it into your cup. And bam, you're done. Give yourself a high five because you deserve it. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching.